Whitetail Advantage presents the Frank and Squatch Show, where the outdoors comes alive. Join Frank, the bow hunting tactician, and Squatch, the backwoods storyteller, as they dive into everything hunting. From chasing whitetails in the timber to tracking elk in the mountains, gear talk, campfire tales, and lessons learned the hard way. If it's wild, rugged, and rooted in the hunt, you'll find it here. This is the Frank and Squatch Show.
Hey, look who it is. It's the situation Bovin.
Yeah, I'm Frank tonight.
You're playing Frank. You gotta be like a little flustered and ask me what to do.
Well, Frank, he had some the reason he couldn't show up tonight was because he said his birthday today.
Yeah, it's his wife's birthday, so
Dude, get your priorities straight, brother. Come on. I mean,
I know. I mean, when it's my wife's birthday, I just like, hon, what's for dinner? Oh, it's your birthday. All right. I'll get you something to drink.
I'll go get you something. Don't worry. Settle down.
We could go to McDonald's and I'll even supersize it. Hey, we got the blind guy on. He found us. It's great. He's got the Apple Braille computer. I tell you, the freaking guy got a turkey before I did. I was starting to think something was really wrong with me here. I'm like, Jesus, the blind guy got a bird before I did, and he can't even see.
Hey, it takes time.
He uses the Force. He's got like Yoda skills or something.
Right.
So what's up in your world? What are you up to? What's going on?
Exhausted. Got done mowing the lawn today, and then it's so dry. We haven't had rain in a while,
right?
And so it's so dry. So my yard is very sandy.
Yeah.
So every time I'm going over, all that dust's kicking up, and it's getting my face, and I'm sneezing, and I had to take a shower because I felt so dusty and gross, and I had to put eye drops in my eyes because they were so dried out because I had bad allergies during this time of year.
Oh man,
it sucks.
Yeah,
Back's killing me.
The allergies have been bad up here this year too. Usually, like the first week or two, I get a little bit of that stuffy nose, the itchy eyes, but the pollen, even like on our cars, the pollen is still coming out, and the trees are in full bloom already. I mean, it's like, where the hell is this? It just keeps releasing it.
Yeah. I mean, my truck is basically yellow.
Yeah.
I went and I actually went and got shots.
Oh, really?
To see what what I was allergic to.
Yep.
And what they do is take like a 2-inch by 2-inch little plastic piece, and they got like 12 little needle point like things on you, and they stab them on your back, and they do like different tests of them.
Yeah.
And they see which one of your body reacts to it, and then that's what you're allergic to. And I was allergic to like 6 out of like 24 that they gave me.
Wow.
And most of them was tree pollen and grass, stuff like that. So I went and got shots, and you're supposed to do it like twice, 2 times, 3 times a week, and or something like that. But I stopped going halfway through because I was like, I'm feeling better. But you're supposed to do it for like 3 years, and then you don't have to do it like once a year, and then eventually your body, I think after the 5th year, you don't need it anymore. Your body will be so immune to it all.
Yeah.
I stopped going after like 3 months, and I was like, yeah, that's probably a bad idea. I probably should go back to doing that.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm just a guest here. I'm just a glorified.
You're just a guest. You're just filling in for Frank, looking all kind of like nervous and kind of like wondering what's going on. And
what is this a podcast?
Yeah.
What do we do here?
We kind of like annoy the shit out of people, and we kind of act like we know something about the outdoors, but I'm really just winging it, fake it until I make it, I guess. So
okay.
Yeah, I got the glasses on tonight because my eyes are really tired. I was welding today at work and came home and had to do a major thing, and my eyes are weak and tired. So I'm getting older, so I can read the comments. And nice to see our normal group bunch of dudes on here. We got the blind hunter. That's old Shane out there in Michigan. And then we got 406 Jagger. Jagger's tuning in. He's a turkey beater upper from out there in Montana. And
Turkey Slayer. I like this comment.
Oh, yeah.
You need the Slayer to come up and show you a thing or two, Brad. I love it.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man, he's amazing what he does, what he accomplishes. He's a good dude.
And I'm not saying this because he's watching the show or listening to the show or anything like that, but I was watching his stuff on Instagram and I see more and more people that have disabilities that get out in the woods. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm complaining because I have a bad knee or I got a bad back and I don't feel good and I don't go out hunting. Yet these dudes go out there with their disabilities. It's like, I'm just a pussy. I'm just gonna suck it up.
No, I know that's what I was saying a couple shows back and stuff. I was like, you plan to get out in the woods, or you look at Onyx, and maybe you get up there and there's a lot of mountain laurel, and you got to work your way through it. I'm like, I can't even imagine what these poor guys got to go through.
He's in the mountains too. That's even tougher.
Oh yeah, but
here we're just in Michigan.
Yeah, but I mean, you watch him. He's like a freaking red squirrel going through like up a tree. He's like, and he's gone.
Yeah.
It's all good though. That's what we like to see. Everybody getting out there and doing their thing in the outdoors. I mean, I'm disabled. I'm mentally disabled, so I count.
Well, tonight we're talking about trail cameras. I know that much.
We are talking about trail cameras, and I guess the first part we can get to is the buck that made no sense. I mean, we thought we had a buck figured out, seeing them all the time on camera, and they might change their patterns, or the deer never showed up in daylight. Maybe he stayed nocturnal, and you got a lot of confidence sometimes built up, and then that deer vanished. I mean, I think we've all had that happen, all of us out there. I mean, I was telling Frank, this last season, I'm like, you know what? I'm so done with cameras. I'm like, and nothing against, I mean, I'm a Moultrie guy. I do, stuff with their field staff. I love the cameras. They work good. But it just, like the intel time of the year right now, it's awesome. I don't mind having them working and seeing what's going on, seeing fawns drop, seeing what's happening, what's getting horns on their head now. I'm seeing a couple of young bucks. I do like it, but my God, it'll drive you crazy, man. It's like, I mean, I'm literally glued to this phone, like all hours of the day, all hours of the night. I mean, I'm telling you, my phone goes to ding and gives me a notification, and it's like 1 a.m. I'm like scrapping for the phone. I'm trying to get to the link so I can see what showed up. And then you base so much of your stuff, and you try to, if you set your cameras up for like a timestamp, in other words, now you're trying to get him from corridor A to B to C to wherever he's going. And then he doesn't follow that route because now maybe the rut starts to kick in or something like that. So.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many times where I'll just be sitting there, especially during the hunting season, and next thing I know, my phone's going off. I'm just like, yeah. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that thing. Well, let me ask you this. What's your biggest pet peeve about trail cameras real quick?
My biggest pet peeve about trail cameras is sometimes trigger speed. And like I said, the Moultries take, good, fast pictures of what there is coming through. The nice thing about Moultries is you can request a video on demand. So there'll be times I'm like, what the hell did it take a picture of? There's nothing there. And I just backdate it. You hit the video, and it backdates that like 5 seconds of video, and you'll see something run by, and you're like, oh, it was a buck chasing a doe or something like that. That's I mean, that's about it. I mean, and that and the batteries, like the batteries are just a pain in the ass sometimes. For the most part, I have no problems. Like the cameras last months.
Mhm.
I do have 3 cameras with the solar panels from Moultrie, and they work phenomenal. I've had the same camera 4 it's going on 4 years? Yeah, 4 years now. I've had the same camera up in the tree with the solar panel. It never dies out, never gives me any problems, takes pictures. It's perfect. But I did get a bad batch, and Frank can contest to this. Um, we bought the ones where you can have the picture. It's the Moultrie Edge 2, but you can demand a picture, and you can also see as you set up the camera right onto your phone. So you got the proper measurement, like where you want to be viewing. But by God, man, it was like 3 weeks and they were dead. And I'm like, "Are you having the same problem?" He's like, "Bro, I called them." He goes, "They don't know what's going on." I said, "Okay, try different batteries." Tried different batteries. Then they were saying, "Oh, it's the signal." I'm like, "Well, it's telling me it's full signal. It's good. It shouldn't be wearing down the thing trying to communicate." And eventually, I took that camera, I put it right here by the house. But I'm telling you, it's good it's here because it's like every 2 to 3 weeks, and it is taking a lot of pictures, don't get me wrong, but it shouldn't wear out that quick, and I actually brought it up to them, and I guess they had some more issues that they found out, and then, they said there was a couple of them that were doing the same thing. So, it might have been a little tick in the software or something like that, I don't know,
Mhm.
but that's a peeve, but the nice thing about Moultries, there's no SD card. It's all like in the cloud. Um, and they're reliable. And I don't have to walk in and pull a card. You know what I mean? Because that just,
Yeah.
man, I hated doing that because they're learning you. They're learning you with that.
Yeah, my biggest pet peeve is when I go through and I see, like, 20 photos and it's just of sunlight or, like, the trees moving around.
Yeah,
I'm like, "You
yeah,
suck." So then I gotta spend, like, 10 minutes deleting all these photos just to see the deer that I wanna see, and
yeah,
that
yeah,
annoys the shit out of me. And I
yeah.
remember
The
growing
light.
up,
Yep,
they
yep.
were, cell cameras I couldn't use when I was younger. I don't
Mhm.
think they were really. Maybe they were a thing, but I just didn't know about them when I was
Yeah,
younger, or because
yeah.
I couldn't afford it, obviously, because I didn't have a job at the time.
Right.
But, I thought I had to have, like, a thousands worth of trail cameras to be successful,
Mhm.
and I bought probably maybe 10 SD cameras at the time for, like,
Yep,
$80 a pop,
yep,
and I threw them all out everywhere,
yep.
and they were awesome to see. But I realized at a young age, I was relying too much on the intel from that instead of
Yeah.
realizing I just need to become a hunter again. And then I started becoming a little bit better. I'm like, all right, this is just giving me good intel of kind of like what's out here. When are they kind of moving around generally? And
Mhm.
how can I use these to my advantage and not use them as my crutch, I guess. I don't know is the word I want to use, but use that as me hunting, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But now I only have like two SD card trail cameras out there, and
Mhm.
I think I got 3 or 4 cell camera ones, and I put those in some very deep areas that I don't wanna be going in. I
Yeah.
use my SD camera mainly on just, like a main trail or something like that throughout the woods, and
Yep.
I use that just more of like an intel type of thing of, "Alright, let's see what's kinda moving around," and stuff like
Right.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people do that. They set it up like that. I try to, especially if it's a piece of land that I don't know, I try to get timestamps for like the way I think the deer are moving through that property from their bedding zone to their feeding zone to like, their transitions where they're going. And then off of that, I'll base my stand sites, my setups, um, little bit by little bit. But I mean, I've had them work because you get instant notifications with the cell phones. I mean, the cell cameras. They'll give you instant notification. I've actually sat in a tree, had the camera down the path, saw the deer, saw him walk in front of the camera, and the phone went off about 15 seconds later. So the time is pretty quick. I mean,
Mhm.
it's actually helped me prepare for an animal that was coming in that I was going to kill. Um, I think it's all in the setup. I think it will drive you nuts though, because I mean, I've told the story of the Bucks here. We had Warrior, we had Mr. Perfect, and I had Clyde. And Mr. Perfect is he's still going. I have his shed. I found his shed at the end of the season here. I'm waiting to see him on camera. I hope he's back. I hope he's bigger. He should put some major inches on this year. Um, Clyde, I believe, is dead. I haven't seen him in a year. He's gone. I think somebody had told me a deer had got hit, and I think it was him. He hasn't been around. It's a shame. He's a beautiful deer too. Warrior is still alive, I think. He was here. So, it's kind of goofy. Like people make fun of me. You name your bucks and this and that. It's not a goofy thing. It's just the way that I have to inventory them. And if I'm telling somebody that's hunting with me, I'm like, this buck has this genetic. His name is this buck, and whatever, and this is what he looks like, and I'll show him a picture. If you see him take that buck, it's a good buck. Um, but it just helps, like in this time of the year, it's so important too. I know fawns are dropping right now, and you backdate that, it's like 180 days, 200 days back, and that's when they were conceived. That's when the rut was going on. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm very tired tonight, man. I'm trying to remember numbers, but you think back and you see, okay, yeah, well, when I saw those bucks first starting to really run those does, it was there. That coincides now with the fawn being dropped. And, now I know next year to look really hard around that time and be ready. And my cell cams are telling me that. And, I've got them all over the place, man. Different. I mean, probably what is it? Probably like a 10 square mile area. I've got like cameras all over the place.
Mhm.
Uh, but it helps. I really like it. It'll frustrate the hell out of me because I'll see them and I'll see them and I'll see them, and they may jump the property for a while and they go off. And we've got into that. We talked about, deer don't breed their own. They move on to go to a different herd and breed. So they may push out of that area for a while, but it can get frustrating. It can really get frustrating. Another thing I really rely on them for is trespassers. People that don't belong on the property. That can get annoying because it's like, damn it, it's like now I gotta go find this dude and ask him why he's on the property.
Right.
So, you're not supposed to be on there. Oh, I wasn't. Well, how come this is you? This is your, you can get into that whole ratio of it too. But
It,
you know,
it get it can
go
get
ahead.
frustrating.
Yeah, it does. It really does. You can, or if you have something happen in a camera, like Frank, um, he's had bear, tear the camera down, tear his bait sights down. Um, so you have that aspect of it too, the actual you know, maintenance of the camera, making sure it's up and running and working the right way, and all that. It can get frustrating.
I know there's a lot of times where I'm watching those cameras and I'm watching those photos go by and I see one, it's like, oh man, that's a beautiful buck.
Yeah.
And I only see one photo of him and I'm like, and only see it for that maybe September and I don't see anything ever again.
Mhm.
And I get so pissed. And it's like, then you go out there into the hunting season and it's like, I'm after this deer and you're not seeing them out in the field and you're not seeing them on trail camera. So you're
Mhm.
thinking the worst. And then
Mhm.
though, what could happen is you think he's gone or someone harvested him and
Right.
you shoot a different buck, but then what would happen if that deer ends up showing up again? You're like, well, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And that happens because I know, what was it? It was about 3 years ago. I had this beautiful 9-pointer. He had mass and he was just beautiful. He just was so typical
Yep.
and beautiful, man. Just beautiful.
Nice.
And he was right underneath my tree stand out in my rut that I have out there.
Gotcha.
And like here's the tree, and I had a tree that was like a yard right behind it with the camera, and he was right there looking up at my stand.
Yeah.
And that happened like 2 weeks before October 1st came, and never saw him again. Never saw him out in that field that year. Nothing.
Man.
Then I went out into the next season. Not another photo of him ever again. Last year, we finally got a photo of him from the neighbor's property that he was on.
Okay.
And I was like, you son of a bitch. And you just, I think it kind of goes well within what we're talking about with trail cameras and how they lie to us. But it's just so frustrating because then you see that type of thing and you're like, son of a bitch. Like, because then it gets down on your hunting mood. Like your hunting, how you game plan too. Because then it's like you got to kick it into another gear of, well, what do I do if I don't ever see this deer? And now that here in Michigan we're at $1. What happens if that does happen ever again, which it will?
Yep.
And I'm after this deer. I think my wife named him Geronimo. I'm after Geronimo.
Right.
I've never seen him, and it's getting towards the end of the season. And it's like, well, shit. And then I want to say I wasted a buck tag, but I could have gotten a buck tag on him now.
Yep.
So it's just weird how deer can vanish, but they really never vanished. If the trail cameras were never there, you would never fucking know about them.
No. And I'm here to tell you too, like I set one up on the property over where I grew up, and I was getting a couple pictures, but not much. And I put it right facing one of the main runs that were in there that I found. I mean, you could see it beat into the ground. And I'm like, man, I'm just not getting pictures. So the boy Corey, that I call my son, he was set up not too far away from it, and two of the big bucks over there walked on, and he goes, Pop, I can see your camera. They're walking behind it. I'm like, they did? He goes, yeah, they're not walking out in front of it the way you got it aimed. I'm like, no shit. I go, I bet they've been cutting that camera off. He's like, yeah, you should probably turn it. So that's where you kind of like go, okay, maybe one of those 360 cameras would be cool because you're getting the whole surrounding picture, not just worried about facing it the one way. And I was like, okay, point well taken. Actually, that camera's still out, and I know the battery's dead in it. I got to go out and grab it. Somebody wrote, was it a ladder stand?
Oh, I thought I said, what is a ladder stand?
No, it says, was it a ladder stand?
I misread it. Was it? Were the one that I had my deer on?
Here, you want my glasses? I give them to you.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, mine was, no. Did I have the ladder stand at that time? I can't remember because I know I had a ladder stand where he was at one point, but then I flipped it out with my 360 stand that I have.
Right.
But it had the ladders growing up to it, but I don't think it was my ladder stand. I think it was my 360 stand that I had up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, ladder stands, I killed my big buck out of a ladder stand this year, but that's also been in there, a while. They're used to it. They're used to seeing it there. I actually spray myself down before I even like touch the rungs of the ladder. I'm a fanatic with that stuff, So the trail camera, to get back to that a little bit.
Oh yeah, he just confirmed. No, yeah, I don't think it was my ladder stand. I think it was my 360 that I put up there right before that season went into place.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. So when I shot my buck back here, I was after Warrior. Warrior was coming around here pretty good. And yeah, trail cameras drive me freaking crazy, right? Ba-ding, 3:00 in the morning. Oh, there's Warrior. Oh, there's Mr. Perfect right behind him. Okay. So I set up. I made the mock scrape back there with the rat getter stuff that Gerard supplied. Getting the ladder stand. It's like the last little bit of good shooting light. You can still make stuff out. see horns, see the buck come out. It's like, cool. I pinned him down. I know where he is. Schwack. I shoot him. He runs off. It starts pouring rain. You guys know the story. I told you what happened. Come back to the house. I'm all pissed off, depressed, wondering why, there's not a lot of blood on the ground, this and that. Well, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, there's Warrior on camera. And I'm like, what? Wait a minute. Video. I'm hitting. I need the video. I got to see if he's hit. He's perfectly fine. I said, who the hell did I shoot? So the next day, we went out, we tracked, we found the deer. It was another good 8-pointer who I believe, I'm pretty sure it's Warrior's offspring. It's his son. And that would make him 3.5 years old. Warrior's 5.5 years old. So I shot Warrior's son. That's who I took out. And, same genetics, same shape rack, just a little bit not in the mass as big as Warrior was and not as spread out, but the same genetics. And, I was just pumped. I saw a good set of horns and I saw his body come out and he was a good sized deer. And I said, that's him. My heart was just pumping. So, okay. So there's an instance where it didn't lie to me. It made sense. It helped me realize that, no, you didn't shoot that buck that you thought you shot. So,
yeah.
Yep.
I know that. Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
When you're going out into the season,
yep,
and you got all your cameras,
yep.
When I was first doing it, I was just kind of throwing them out in the wind and just, all right, let's put it here. I think they'll see some good movement here and there.
Right.
And as I got older, I became more detail oriented with my trail cameras.
Okay.
And how where I place them, the direction I want them placed. Mm-hmm. Like I'll get behind it and I'll put my hand. I'm like, all right, this is kind of my general point of view is going to be right here.
Yeah.
And I'll do that with every camera.
Mm-hmm.
And then, damn, where was I going to go with that? I lost it. Then I started realizing that when I wasn't seeing stuff, I kept moving my cameras around, or I wasn't checking out the SD cameras as much, and it was just more frequently. And I knew that probably wasn't the best route to go.
Right.
And you gotta really trust yourself. Of like you put it in the right spot.
Yeah.
And sometimes seeing nothing is good intel.
Yeah.
And so we've all heard stories of where hunters have been out there and they've seen a deer see a trail camera and it literally walk behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So that does happen.
Yep.
But seeing nothing is actually good intel because it was a couple of years ago. I put a camera out there in one place. I thought it was gonna be great. And I left it out there for a full year, and I seen one deer, and it was just like a young yearling.
Okay.
I was like, all right. Mm-hmm. I know I need it either. I know I'm on their trail that they're coming in and out of for the does or the bucks or something. Mm-hmm. Just this spot isn't the right spot to do it.
Right.
And I realized, all right, let's move this back a little bit or move it up a little bit. And next thing I know, I'm seeing a lot more. I think you have to get where I was going to try and go with that point of it is everyone, when they set up their trail cameras, they're going to have their own philosophy and things like that. For me personally, I get very attention to detail. And what I'll do, I'll take it a step further too, is I'll set it up on like a big clearing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll start seeing them where they kind of coming in and out of wherever.
Yeah.
And I'll start to try and find the trail that they're on. And then I start back trailing that. All right, I still see some photos here. I'll keep moving that trail camera. And I'll get more. I keep moving it. And if I miss a spot, I'll come back and I'll find out where they get. I'll move it a different direction. All the way to the point where it's like, all right, I got them bedding back here now. They have to be bedding back here because of the way they keep coming. There's the food there, and they're coming out from this direction. That's worked out very well for me.
Yeah. I mean, another thing you can do too, like if you're unsure, you can actually index your camera, like looking at your other camera, but like maybe the opposite way, or put them back to back, or, just like a different scenario of that same area, but put it there, like put them too close together and then it'll give you a little bit more like, okay, I'm getting more on the camera that I had to the right than I did to the left. So they must be utilizing this side of the field more. Or they're coming down this path a certain way, or maybe they're going around a swamp edge or something like that. I look for pinch points. The one spot where I hunt, there's a lake. There's lakes, like a lake out in the front is the biggest one. Then a beaver made a dam, made a narrow like second lake, and then really like the back part is a swampy lake. It's like smaller, but the deer are smart. They don't want to walk all the way around that whole part, so they take a shortcut across the beaver dam. So where the beaver dam is, it's a good pinch point. I got a ladder stand set up there for years, killed multiple deer out of there over the years. And it's also a good, ambush point for you to set up your camera and see what's coming through. Now, where my stand is from that, it's also a good thing when I get the instant notification. There's deer on the way. Get ready, in case you're screwing off, texting, you guys in your chat group, making fun of Brett and, doing whatever. You got to pay attention now because there's deer coming. But, they work great. I set my cameras up high. I stopped putting them at eyesight level. One, to stop people from screwing around with them, doing anything or getting them stolen. You and I are both saddle hunters, so we have sticks. They're lightweight. I take two. I go too high. And then what I'll do is there's some cool mounts out there, but for like a low budget guy, old fashioned guy like me, I just take a twig and snap it off and kind of angle it downwards. So, I know what direction it's like looking over a trail. And I've had good success with that. I very rarely get a deer like looking up, directly in the camera, although it has happened. I have, some shots where they're looking like that. And the other thing with that is too, it's keeping I don't care. I spray these cameras down. I spray everything down. I handle cameras with rubber gloves. I don't even touch them with my hands. But still, I've learned over the years, it's in their living room. They're going to notice it. If somebody put a pair of shoes on the floor where you walk down the hallway and you're going to trip over them, it's the same thing with a camera there. They see it, they trip over it, they don't like it, they know it's something out of the ordinary. Will they get used to it? Sure. But you got to be really careful. When you start getting into 5.5-year-old bucks, I'll even say 4, some 3.5-year-olds are pretty educated too. More their nose than their sight. But 5.5-year-olds, the good guys, like the big dude over my shoulder over here, you got to be really, really careful.
The old bastards like to stay away from things. Like they know. Like they're the old people that are just like, nah, you guys go do that. I'm gonna go hang back over here.
Yeah.
Like
they're
like, a little bit more wise.
Yeah, they're like the older guy that, when you were younger and you were like, hey, you're gonna learn. I wouldn't do that, and you're like, I'll be all right, It's just, that's them. They know. And it's a chess game. Whenever we're out in the woods, it's a chess game. If I set something up, there's 4 extra steps that go along with that to improve my game. It's not just I'm not putting out a camera. I'm putting out a camera, I'm putting out an attractant, and I'm putting something there that's going to help me all kind of like jump on him really quick because I'll set up a mock scrape. You hang the rope, you get your camera by it. Okay, now you know what's coming in there. You know that buck, and it don't have to be the rut. We set them up now. You're getting stuff ready. But it's important. Like this time of the year, they don't bother me. When it's hunting season, then they start bothering me because it's like, oh my god, I missed him. I should have been there. Or I went over here today and now he's over there. And it's like, why do I do this to myself? Just freaking hunt.
Right.
I mean, you've gone through it. You've heard the stories. We all go through it. I mean, and then you have something like happen to you guys, Johnny, Dave, and yourself out there in Michigan. Johnny's sending me pictures of these beautiful bucks on public land. He's got all these cameras set up. And he's bing, I'm like, oh, he must have saw another one. And there's, good freaking mature 4.5, 5.5-year-old buck. He goes out there and starts hunting, and he's like, I found him. I'm like, what? I found him. How'd you find him? Somebody shot him? No, EHD. Now you run into that problem. And you're like, oh, God, all these deer I was seeing, they're all dead.
Right.
So there's another, like, letdown of whatever. I feel, to me, my own personal opinion, it's made me a better hunter.
Same here, because it forced me to realize I can't just rely on the trail camera photos. I gotta still be tracking the deer signs itself and navigating the terrain and things of that nature. And I can't just go solely based off of the camera,
right?
And what's going off of that. So there's a lot, and I think I've done like 2 cameras when you talked about you put them up and you put them on an angle. I think I did a couple of those. Nothing against not doing it. I just haven't done it because I've been doing chest high for so long. I think it's a good idea. I kind of want to do that a little bit more here with these. And you had a good point. I mean, we're already in June too, so it's a good thing to
90 days and we're back in the woods again.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, shit. Wait, I actually have a countdown on my phone right now. I'm curious now.
Okay.
Let me see. Hunting season. 121 days left.
Yep.
For October 1st.
Yep.
Man. Yep. But it's cool. It's cool to see those. Like for my cell cameras, I turn them on roughly around July. And I usually turn them on after 4th of July weekend. And then I let them run all the way through probably beginning of January, roughly.
Yeah.
Just to see what lived, like kind of what stuck around or anything like that. If not, it does a bigger because they're going to be moving on to another area anyway. So it's just nice to see, like, all right, at least it made it all through the season.
Yeah.
Because for me here in Michigan, I don't gun hunt or I don't rifle hunt or anything like that. So I basically hunt October 1st to November 14th.
Yeah.
And I can hunt during the gun season out here in Michigan, but where I hunt, they just have so many people that go out there and do it. I just back off. And I didn't have the mobility to tree stand, the tree stand mobility to go up there like I do with the saddle I have now. So I can go hunt public access, public woods, stuff like that. But
did your stuff ever come in?
No.
Oh God.
I'm still sitting on my tax return because all this stuff is still on back order.
Oh God, I thought you would have got it by now.
You would have thought.
Oh, jeez.
So you guys know that Whitetail Advantage, we work with XOP.
Yeah.
But I tried out their saddle last year and it wasn't for me. And maybe it just was that saddle, but I'm just lumping it into single panel saddles. I have a lower back problem.
Yep.
And I saw this 2-panel saddle from Latitude, and it's called the Method 3. And I've been waiting on that so I can try it out.
Yep.
But it's been on back. So when I first was looking at them and that came about my search history, it said it was going to come up in March. Then it said end of March. Then it said, what did it say? Beginning of May, it was going to come back in stock.
Right.
Nope. Beginning of May came around and it said sometime in spring. And I'm like, you motherfucker.
Wow. Wow. We need to like shame Latitude on our show now. Like, hey, Latitude, you're giving us an attitude because he hasn't got his stuff yet. So let's
because remember last year I couldn't really practice my saddle.
You gotta practice. You need that damn thing. You should be up in the trees now, learning it and feeling it out and seeing how it is on your back.
Right.
You're gonna get it like October 2nd. You're gonna get it like October 2nd. You're gonna be like, this fucking no, and you're gonna throw it out of the tree, and you're gonna be like, no, I'm just done. I'm done. And you're gonna go sit in your ladder stand.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I went out there with the intent to saddle hunt, even though I have my tree stands already up in place. I literally was practicing during the season, and that's like the biggest no-no. Don't ever do that. Practice all your ins and outs before the season starts. I mean, when the season actually comes, you're still going to be learning things. That's the point of it too.
Yep.
But I was so flustered and I was like freaking out because I remember one time I went out there. I was like, all right, I got my stuff. I want to go saddle hunt. I'm literally still climbing the tree and it's like 6:15. My buddy's on the other side of the field, been watching me since 4 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, are you ever going to get in your tree? I said, fuck it. I'm just going to, at that point I was committed. I only hunted for like 15 minutes.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm just waiting to get the, I mean, I can still practice because I still have my saddle from XOP, but I want to be able to practice with,
what you're going to use. Yeah.
What I'm going to use and stuff like that.
No, I don't blame you at all. I mean, it's good knowledge. It's good practice. I did get, I bought that Superfly stand from XOP. It weighs maybe
that thing was light. I think it was only like 3 pounds.
It's like 3.5 pounds. It's freaking. It's stupid light. It's like picking up a turkey feather.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought that from them. I bought sticks, and then I bought the X3s, I think they are. That's the ones, so they're a long section and they got like the fold out ends on them.
Dude.
What?
Hang on.
What? Okay. He's going to grab something. He's got to show us. Well, to kill the dead air here, I guess I'll just. Oh, he's back. He's back, everybody. Here he is, putting his headphones on. He's back. Oh, look at those.
So these were something that I was looking at getting to, some lighter sticks, okay?
Right.
And even though we work with XOP, I still wanted to convey, I want to see what was all out there.
Yeah.
And even though that we work with XOP, I wanted to look at, like I said, I want to look at other sticks that were on the market. What were the lightest? What would work for me and things of that nature. And I would watch weeks. I think I spent 2 months of looking at reviews online, okay? Of people looking at different sticks and stuff like that. What sold me on to get the sticks from XOP. Now, what I'm holding in my hand is the Hydro.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if I'm going to actually use these aiders, because what they'll do is they sell the 1 stick, or you can buy the 2 sticks, but they come with a 3-step aider.
Yep, I got the same ones.
Yeah. So they're a lot lighter because you're only the intent, at least this is what my thinking of it. You're only going to carry out the 2 because you have the 3-step ladder, the 3-step aider. So you only need to carry out 2. You don't need to carry out the 4, even though they're a lot lighter. I was like, that wasn't what sold on me. It was the standoff.
Yep, you can get your boot.
And I already had the X2s from XOP, and I was looking at other ones. It was this that sold me from the standoff, because when I'm in a tree, and let's look, I think from side to side here, I think it was 9.5 inches.
9 inches. Yeah, 9 inches.
Yeah. You have to think to yourself, it's all looking good and fancy. It might look lightweight and all this fancy shit online. But you have to, and it was something that I was taught at a young age, you have to put yourself in real world situations.
Yeah.
When you're out in the woods, you have about a 12, 14-foot boot on with some thick socks on.
Yep.
You don't want a stick that's only going to stand off an inch from the tree, 2 inches. No, this thing is going to stick you out basically 4 inches from the tree.
Yep.
Okay. So you got your whole basically all the way up to the ball of your foot. And I bought 2 sets of these. So I have 4 of these total. I'm going to buy some more. And these things, I'm telling you guys, this thing, I think it was 2 pounds. This thing is light as shit. Yep. And I love the design that they have on for the tie off around the tree.
Micros. Get the micros.
I like the HFAS. I like those. That was sweet. I like those.
I got the micros for the for the sticks, and I got them for my platform.
Oh, a C3 micro.
Oh, dude, unbelievable! And you can't. I kind of like I'm 250 pounds, so I'm like I got up there and I'm like, if this thing even moves, I'm done. I'm just gonna go back to my other setup.
Mm-hmm.
Rock solid, rock solid. I mean, hats off. They did their homework. The shit works. It's awesome. It's lightweight. It doesn't clank around.
Yeah.
I mean, you pull it down and you cam that back over, it's on. And I actually, like, on a cold morning, I was taking my set down, moving it. I had a bitch of a time getting it unhinged a little bit. It was like really had to like pull on it hard because it just freaking didn't want to come off. But you notice too, well, like the XOP stuff, like you can hang it, take the strap off, and it's still stuck to the tree.
Yeah.
I mean, it holds itself up. It's amazing the way the stuff's designed. They do their homework, man. And I mean, they have to because there's a lot of safety liability issues with it and stuff too.
I just
But
wish XOP kind of upgraded their saddle. I mean, they only have the one saddle out there right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
They could be working on some new things.
yeah,
I'll say this too, and it's my honest opinion too. I don't think that they're maybe the top tier saddle hunting company because there's companies out there that are designed just for saddle hunting, like Latitude
right.
or what's the other one? Tethered.
Tethered.
That's all they are is saddle hunting.
Yeah.
But one thing that XOP has done significantly though, and I don't even have their tree stands. This is just going off what Dave and what I've seen and heard.
I got them too. They're good, really good.
They have great mobile tree stands.
Yep.
They have kicked it out of the park. Like they are number one. And
Mhm.
like I said, I'm not just saying that because we work with them or anything like that.
Right.
They got some good shit. So if you want some XOP stuff, let them know that Whitetail Advantage, Squatch, Brett, Dave, it sent you guys. And you're gonna like your stuff. Trust
It's
me.
quality stuff and it's guaranteed. I mean,
Yeah.
I really, really like I was so impressed. Hats off, thanks, Dave. You hooked us up with those guys and
Yeah, thank you, Dave.
it's a good quality company. I mean, they make a good quality product. And if I thought it was a turd, I would tell you it's a turd, but I'm really happy with what I got. I wouldn't have kept getting more stuff. I mean, I started out, I've got the workhorse sticks, and I got the what the hell's the saddle I got? Frank and I have the same saddle. It's not XOP.
Oh,
But
Arsenal? You got it from Arsenal, right?
Yeah, we got Arsenal. And I got Arsenal's pack. I really love that freaking pack for my saddle setup. It's so freaking sweet, man. I mean, I got it. It's actually right here. But like, it's cool. It's got everything, and it's got, the big pocket up here. You can put your stuff, and down here you got this. You can put your platform in. Sorry, you can't see it, but it holds everything, and it's got like a rigid frame to it. Frank tore his zipper or something on it, and they were cool. They sent him a brand new one too. That's what we like. We like our people, but what the hell happened to the cell camera?
That we went down a rabbit hole quickly.
we went way south all of a sudden. Like we just took off on this whole tangent, but that's the cool thing about a live show. We just freaking do what we want here on the old freaking Frank and Squatch Show and situation stand and Brett. So
well, let's wrap it up by like asking like what's the weirdest thing you've seen on your cameras?
Oh boy.
I got mine.
Go ahead. Tell us.
I swear, remember you ever watch South Park?
Yeah.
And it was the Chupacabra. And
they
had like the photo of it. It was like this little black thing.
Yeah.
I swear to God, this happened 5 years ago. I thought I saw a Chupacabra.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, look, it's a Chupacabra. No, next thing you know, it's a freaking cat. And it was funny because I think it was almost roughly the same day that cat for like, I don't know, a week straight would show up on that one specific camera around the same time frame. It's like,
yeah.
And I swear, I told you guys, and I was looking at this photo. I even sent this to the group. It was last year, the year before. I said, do you guys see the deer in here? And they said, there's no deer. To this day, I will bet hands a dollar that there's a deer in that photo. And I don't know if you remember it. It was all black and it was a night photo.
Yeah.
And in the middle right to the
Yep.
far edge of the photo, there was a brush pile of
Yep.
prickers. And right above it, you could see very faintly glowing eyes.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
they could be fucking with me saying they don't see it because that's what they would do. But
Yeah.
that was a deer.
Yep. Yep. I don't know. What's the weirdest thing? I seen lights, like, I I don't know, it's hard to explain because, like, the way the camera's set up, it's higher than, like, the horizon, so you'll see lights off in the background. So
Uh,
I don't know what it was. It had a lot of lights on it. It could have been just an airplane. I don't know. I don't know what it was. And then it was like, I don't know, maybe like a month or 2 ago. I'm like, "What the hell is that?" It was just brown and hairy, and it was, like, close to the camera, and I'm like, "I don't know," I'm like, "Maybe that's my freaking relative walking around," I'm like, "Did they walk out in front of the camera?" It's a real squatch, and I'm like, "Holy crap, maybe I caught one." So those cameras, you can request the video, but you have to wait till it takes another picture because those are the older cameras that I got. So, like, the next day, I get the notification. I'm like, "Oh, yes, that freaking video file." I sent it to Frank, and Frank's like, "Dude, what the hell is that?" I'm like, "I don't know. We're gonna find out." So I finally got the video. It was a doe, but it was like it was like the off her rump. They have like really long hair. You know how it like
mhm.
comes down off their. That's what it was. It was just so close to the camera. It looked hairier. Like where it was. And I'm like, son of a bitch, it's a doe. I'm like, so I sent it to him. I'm like, look, man, what we thought was a squatch, it was a doe. He's like, oh man, he's like, really? He goes, that freaking picture looks so real. I'm like, yep. And then I mean I wouldn't say it's weird, but it was a cool picture that I had caught was I had a doe come down the ridge, walk past the camera, it triggered the shot, and then it was this time of the year too, last year. And then at she came through at 9 o'clock. At 9:10, there was a coyote with her fawn in his mouth.
Oh, no.
Yep. And I was like, "You sons of bitches." I'm like, "You
Little
wonder why I
bastard.
shoot the hell out of you around here." But yeah, I was like, and you could tell like she had looked back on the trail camera. She was looking back to see what was in tow
Mhm.
at 9 o'clock. 9:10, big freaking northeast coyote with a freaking little fawn in its mouth hanging out, just dead. I'm like, "Oh, you bastard."
Both
So
things need to die.
yeah. So that's cool stuff, that we capture. I've seen really neat stuff, like with them out, but I'm always hoping for like the really like unknown, like something.
Mhm.
I'm always hoping for those pictures. That's another reason why like I leave him out all the time. Maybe he'll like come out of his third dimension and walk in front of my camera or something. You
I
know?
I can't remember when it was, but I remember I had a video, and usually you can kinda it gives you, like, a quick snapshot of what it is in the
Yeah.
video right there, like the thumbnail.
Yeah. Yep.
This one was nothing, and I was bored, and I was just watching videos end to end. I shit you not,
Hmm.
halfway through, and it was a 30-second video, this watching nothing happens, and all of a sudden, just an eyeball just, like, right there in the middle of the camera lens. It's just like, I'm like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck is this thing
Oh
doing?"
yeah.
And the next
Yep.
thing you know, it's, like, trying to sniff it and stuff like that. But it was
Oh
just
yeah.
so funny because just out of nowhere, just an eyeball. It's just looking at the lens.
Yeah. On Facebook, there's a like trail camera like group or something. And I mean there's some cool shots of stuff on there too, you can see.
Yeah, I think I
Everybody
was a part of that.
yeah, everybody kind of posts their pictures of the stuff on there. It's pretty hilarious. I mean, some of them are spoofs, the guy
Right.
carrying like a freaking blow up doll going out through the woods or something. I think it was Johnny too. The guy looked just like freaking Johnny. I really think it was. I think it was where he says he goes out by MacGyver. I think he was bringing the blow up doll to MacGyver that time.
They're
So
gonna have their fun three-way.
yeah, I think they were in the like the tarp hut, you know. But now he's got that stabbing camper. He's things like I don't know. It's like a toaster pulling behind his Prius.
It's like, come here, little boys camper.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, he's got like free, candy on the side of it and whatever else, you know.
Oh my god.
I told him, I said, I couldn't even get in that camper if I wanted to. I get stuck in the door.
Yeah,
I
I'd just
wouldn't
be
be
like her here, like, oh.
you stretch out and you punch a window out of it or something, you know. Too
Oh
funny.
man.
Too funny. So what
Well,
else do we
dude,
got?
I don't really know.
Got the weirdest camera. Deer we figured out. Yeah, I mean, we kind of touched on all that and stuff.
I think we covered everything.
Yeah, yeah. So
I don't really got anything left to really say.
no, I guess I guess what I'll end it with is take it or leave it. It's a tool. We'll look at it as it's always a tool to aid you in uh, figuring out the deer and your wildlife that are around. It's intel. Um, I'm going to date myself here. Uh, Nintendo. I'm not a big video person, like video game thing, but I was a little shit at one time, and I did play Nintendo for a little while, and I had my brother's 7 years younger than me, so I got because of him playing more of it too when I was younger, and my best friend and I. But they had that Game Genie, right? You put the Game Genie in, and it gave you all like the superpowers, and gave you a little bit of a jump on the game itself. It gave you, like cheat codes and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of look at trail cameras like that, man. It's the Game Genie of the outdoor woods, and it's like it helps you. Like it helps you. It could drive you freaking nuts all in the same time. But
Yeah, no kidding.
I think strategically placed the right way, um, and not totally relying on them, but you know, if you can pattern, if you can, and man, I'm telling you, like literally, without any doubt in my mind, I could tell you at like what time that buck's going to be in that area because I watch stuff so close with this stuff, and that's where like Frank and I really get along because like I can go crazy on Frank and be like, okay, he's back, I got to get out there. Yeah, he's going to be there tomorrow, and Frank's like, all right, I hope you get him, and I'm like bouncing stuff off of Frank. Well, what do you think? Should I go to that stand? Because the last time I had him, he's coming to this one, and he's like, "Well, you might want to go here and there." So yeah, the lunacy will drive you crazy with it. But I, I don't know. I may run a little less this year and just try that and not try to drive myself crazy so much. Who am I kidding? I'll probably just keep the same amount I got out. I don't know. You know, I like them. I like them. I like them.
Fun.
I like it. It's just freaking cool because I mean, even in the middle of seasons, like when the rut comes in, I've had like outsiders surprise me, like who's this deer? Where the hell did he come from? He don't live here,
Yeah.
and he's there. It's like, holy crap, he's here. All right, now we got that guy to go after.
It's just fun. It's cool to see those photos. And it's like, oh man, I got a camera right here. And I was good enough to get one on camera and to see that for cell cameras, to see even just
Mhm.
cameras. I mean, sorry, just cameras in general.
Yeah.
To see the deer right there on your phone, that's cool. I don't know. It's just something cool about it and
Right.
fascinating about it all.
Right. And you see him, you can get it with the videos, you can actually get a feel for what they're doing in that area. I mean, are they feeding on something? Are
Hmm.
they making a scrape? Are they working a licking branch? I mean, that's good intel, especially if you've got a scrape, and you found like a scrape and maybe there's a couple scrapes leading up to it. And you're like, okay, well, let's see who's doing that. You set your camera up and then you figure it out. It's like, okay, he's definitely here now. He's building his area, telling the other bucks, this is my spot, go away.
Right.
It's awesome. It's awesome. It'll drive you crazy, but it's awesome. So, the craziness, you brought it on yourself. That's all I tell people. I bring it on myself. go through it. I'll be at work. I'm punching myself in the face. Why didn't I take off? He was there today. Oh my God. Like, all right, I got to leave, But the one buck I got downstairs, he was a real oddball buck. Had him on camera, certain spot up in the property. I was like, I am not going in there. I'm not going in there. And he would be there. And I'd see him. And I was at work. We were paving a road, and I saw a lot of bucks moving that day. And I'm like, you know what? I'm slipping into that spot tonight because he's been in there. And now I know the rut's really on. I'm seeing a lot of deer move. And I killed him that night. I mean, he freaking ambushed me. I was in this little old dead apple tree in a freaking ladder stand. And he was there freaking 18 yards full broadside and looking right at me. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, yeah, somebody's got to move. And I don't want to scare you. And thank God a squirrel was there and knocked the freaking apple out of the tree. He looked where the apple went and I drew back and let him have it. And, but there's another typical thing. Trail camera let me know he was using that area, quite a bit. Don't blow it, hunt it on a better day. And, you move in and make your kill. It's how you got to do it sometimes.
Right.
You let the cameras hunt for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I guess that's about it. I don't know what else to tell you about a trail camera. I don't know.
Well, how do you guys close out? How do you want to close it out?
I usually just close it out with prayer and my little spiel, and that's it.
Well, there we go.
I do want to mention, though, keep in your hearts and your prayers. Jason from Warhead Arrow lost his mother yesterday. So if you guys know Jason, you're using Warhead arrows and stuff, please, if you haven't already, let him know you're thinking of him and his family. Hell of a nice guy. It's a shame, but his mom fought a courageous battle. So,
Hearts and prayers go out to you, man.
Yeah, so I just wanted to mention that. Jason's a good dude, man. He's always done right by me. So, all right, we'll close the show out. Father God, thank you for the time you let us share today with everybody here who showed up, and we appreciate each and every one of you, and we ask that God blesses you and just fulfills your dreams. I hope your seasons are all excellent this year, and, your trail cameras function the right way for you. And Brett, thanks for filling in. We ask for prayers for you and, keep you healthy and strong and up to date and doing what you do for all of us here with the show. And thanks for filling in for Frankie. So, as always, God bless you all. The Mighty Squatch, the Situation Bovin. We're out of here. Have a good night.
You've been listening to the Frank and Squatch Show, presented by Whitetail Advantage. Thanks for joining us around the campfire. Be sure to subscribe and leave a review. Until next time, stay sharp, hunt hard, and keep chasing the wild.